Is that chocolate? Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Good morning, guys. For me, it's Wednesday night. For you guys, it's Monday. Sorry, it's Thursday morning. I'm going to be working on our last box in here. Okay, so you should have all of these filled except for this little box for first period. And basically, we're going to be doing. Actually, this one would have been texture. So if you want to erase that, and we're going to call this one down here perspective, because that's what we're going to be doing. So that's why we always do it in pencil. So you want to rearrange these. So this is definitely positioning, or this is overlapping, or just juxtapositioning. Mea culpa. This is overlapping. Yeah, it is overlapping. Down here is value. Up here would be texture. I was mistaken. We did texture up here because that's where I always traditionally draw these pictures. And down here is space. This is space, how we space our trees, because we're still doing the same. And notice we're building up these skills you guys should be have developed by now. And now we're going to go back to, which one is the last one? Perspective. The perspective is going to be this one. So I'm going to turn around the camera now. I do have light bulbs. Yay. So remember I told you guys that I ran out of the light bulbs. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to see if you guys can see this. Box right here. I think it's going to be better. I'm going to move my chair even so you guys can see me draw. So we're doing, should have been 1, 2, 3. This would be box number 4. I'm gonna do, you know what, I'm gonna have fun. This is a road, so I'm gonna draw this. I can put a sign saying sign number 5. Okay, so we did this earlier today. So can you guys see that? Okay, so I'm gonna be drawing backwards, and I will be going this way too. I'm gonna close the door so we won't hear the air conditioning. And the other door, so no mosquitoes come in. Okay. So now, I'm using my transparent ruler, my eraser, and I'm going to do a horizon line, but I'm going to go 3/4 again, like I did last time. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put 2 vanishing points, and you guys already know your vanishing points. Except, here is my foreground. I don't want it too close, so I am going to do a vertical line. So I did my horizon line, my 2 vanishing points, as you can see. My 2 vanishing points, they're about a little bit apart, and a vertical line here. And, you know, you've already learned how to do this. And yeah, believe it or not, this is your test. This is your midterm. So I am going to put another dot here, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this. We're going to create a tower here. See that, guys? So, okay, into a bell tower. Okay, so I'm going to go back again. Some of you guys are getting the vanishing points. Other you guys are having a little bit scared of the vanishing points. So they help us create perspective. So now I'm going to make a tower here. I'm going to measure this. I'm going to go about 1/2 centimeter here. And I'm actually going to make this line. I'm going to show you a trick. It's going to be a very long tower. Okay. I'm going to go above the horizon line. Here's a trick about... Okay, guys, see that? Whoops. Let me fix that for you guys. You guys see what I've done? Ignore my computer. It likes to make noises, especially late in the evening. I'm going to go make this line a little bit higher. And I think we're ready. I'm not going to go that high because, here we go. I'm going to make like a church, or not a church tower, like a bell tower, like Big Ben, coming back to my vanishing point. Okay, notice I made a little mistake, didn't fully completed this. There we go. So notice the angle, it didn't go, everything above the horizon line is going to be going this way. So now, I noticed I made a little mistake here. I'm going to fix that real quick. Erase it again. Make it into a phantom line. That'll work. Let me fix this right now so I won't get lost. Vanishing point. And like I said, sometimes the best rulers are the cheapest one. Make sure they're transparent. Somebody gave me this from the California Teachers Association, but it's red. It doesn't. If you talk to your geometry teachers, trig teachers, they use a lot of these, but they wouldn't like it either because we can't see our lines. We cannot see our lines. We like the transparency, but there we go. So now I'm gonna make this into a I'm doing it freehand right now. So what I'm going to be doing this is going this way. This will help a bit. This will help a bit. Okay. So now I'm going to make a little sidewalk. Except I'm not really fully done with my building here. I really don't want it to be that. There we go. Bring this down here. But I have to see the other side of this building. So I'm going to go like this. Okay. See what I've done? Okay, so now I'm going to make a sidewalk. But here's the deal. I want to make another street. So, okay. I'm going to make another street here. I'm going to make my building go up here. There we go. It's going to go all the way back here, so I'm using this back vanishing point. But it's going to come back to this vanishing point. Whoops. Should have brought it up there. You know what? I'm going to create this as a design right now. I made a little mistake, but now I'm going to make it work for me. So bring this parallel to this. Bring this down here to this. I'm going to cut the line down here. I still have the line. So even if you draw softly, you can always resketch it. Now I'm going to come back to this side. I'm doing the rooftop. See what I did? So I got this vanishing point and I brought it back to here. Did this point, brought it back here. I'm going to come back to this vanishing point so I can make the square. And that's what I did. I have a square there right now. My sidewalk should come up over here. Okay. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to close this so you guys don't have to see the other. So does this help a bit more? And I'm going to do a blank sheet so you guys can focus. So I have this, I have that. Let's do the sidewalk. So I'm going to do my sidewalk right here. Maybe stretch it out a bit more. Not too much, just a little bit. Don't want to lose all of it. Okay, see what I did? Okay. So again, if you want to go in the back, rearrange them. Okay, I'm going to bring my sidewalk a little bit up here. Here's my vanishing point. So again, everything's directed by the vanishing points. Don't ever lose your faith on the vanishing points. They're your best friends in art. Wherever you pick your vanishing points, it's going to come and help you. So I'm going to retrace this, give it more like a freehand. But I'm following my little vanishing. I'm going to stop there. There. Except I'm going to cut it open here. Because this is where, for some reason, there's another street here. So I'm going to come up to here. And I'm going to do my little sidewalks here. Whoops. It's kind of small. You guys see that? Okay, so now, and this is where I wish I had an eraser like you guys have in your pencil tips, which I'm going to have to probably go run. I'm going to start designing my bell tower here. If you want to decide where your light's coming from, I'm going to go with this side. Here's where my light's coming from for now. I'm going to probably make it into a sun later on. And I'm going to start drawing my the entrance to my bell tower. So I'm going to pick this spot here. So this means it's going to have to go here, create the illusion. I'm just going a little bit above so I can show you guys what's the trick. And there we go. So using the ruler, I'm going to make like a arch up here. There we go. Same thing here. Measure this up. If you want to make a church, go for it. I'm just going to make like a clock tower. But I'm not fully done. So using this right here, I'm going to do my other arch inside so we won't see it. Whoops, I messed up already. I'm going to have to retrace this again. So let me trace that. So this means I will not see the bottom of the window. So it's going to go this way then. And if you want to darken it, I'm okay with that. Now, very soft. I'm going to retrace this again. And if it gets a little bit smudgy, don't worry about it. It's going to look like you just drew with charcoal. Okay, bring this up here. That's going, here's the trick. It's going to be leaning a little bit downward because of the horizon line. That's the trick. Bring it over here, the bottom portion. Bring it, it's going to lean a little bit downward. Because as soon as you cross the horizon line, everything goes downward. See what I've done, guys? Okay. So here's the problem I'm going to have. I'm going to freehand my clock. Do my clock here underneath the window. It's going this way. So this means this one's going to be right here too. And we can have them going. You can't see the numbers because it's too tiny. But except I'm going to see more shadow on this side. And I'm going to see more shadow on this side because we decided to have our light come from this direction. So we're going to have the clock going 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Okay. Now, here's a trick I'm going to do with you guys. Okay. I'm going to make it look like an old European tower. Okay. There we go. And did I do it for this? I'm doing ghost lines. That's what I've done, some ghost lines. And I'm going to do creditations like in the... I'm going to go this way. Except I want my lines to follow the rule of the vanishing points. I'm going to go this way. It's a little bit of work, but it will be fun. Not all of it, just down here. Whoops. Down here. Those could be our stones. Let me come back to this. Just a little soft line. I'm a sucker for details. And bring it back to this side. That's the rule of physics in this artificial world you're creating. Okay, there we go. We can just, you know what, keep it up to this level. Let's just say this is where it goes. This is where it's going to stop. Because it'll be insane if we do all of this. Okay, so now it's going to go. This one's going to go this way. This one's going to go. Let's just say this is the part. Am I still filming? Okay. So I'm gonna make a door. I'm gonna do this here. Go here this way. Let's go. Let's do this right. There we go. And believe it or not, you're doing stuff city planners and architects do all the time. They do this, believe it or not. They just don't do floor plans. They do side views of the house. They do the 360, a lot of drawing. If you want to be an architect or an engineer, they do a lot of drawing. And a lot of them, there's a big, I was reading an article that for a while they were encouraging digital drawing, but a lot of them are getting tired. Their eyes are getting affected, and they're going back to the old tradition of this basically. Except they use blue paper. and use a white pencil. Okay, I'm doing the sidewalk here, so I'm going to end it here. And to do a door, same procedure. We're going to do a little door here. Okay, little door here. I'm going to make it a very long door, and bring this up here. And I'll show you why I'm doing this. See that, guys? Okay, so I'm going to do the arch here. Oops, it's going to go all the way up here. It's not perfect. So now I'm going to go using this is the entrance, the thickness of the wall. And again, vanishing point. And bring this up. I know you guys are like, Mr. Navas, this is insane. How can you and no, but trust me, the devil's in the detail in a lot of things. And do you see what I've done, guys? And now I'm going to darken a little bit of silhouette in here so it can look 3D. See that? Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to leave these stones. I don't want them to, I want them to look like they were, it's an old bell tower. It's been around for a long time. Let's give it more detail on this side. And here's the trick. I'm going to jump gun. There's probably going to be a little bit more shadow down here. So let's do, I'm going to trace this to emphasize. We always add shadow last. Now I'm going to do another door here. Now I know you saw me doing it without without the ruler, but you know, if you feel very comfortable, go for it. Here you guys go. See that? Now, lights came from this direction, so that means this is going to be a little bit soft. And in here too. So I just kind of softly, and let's finish the sidewalk on this side for you guys too. It's one of these old sidewalks, not like the sidewalks we have in the Antelope Valley. If you ever go back east or in Europe or in Quebec or even colonial Mexico City, it goes like that. So now I'm going to start doing my buildings on this side too. You're saying, hey, Mr. Navas, what's the deal with the horizon line back there? Oh, don't worry, we'll get to it. We're not done yet with them yet. So now I'm going to do another building here. Okay. It's going to come back here to this building. See what I've done? So we're going to make a cube. Nothing special here. For some reason, it's a rooftop, flat rooftop. Okay, I'm not really happy with what just happened, so let's fix it. So see that, guys? Okay, so now I'm going to do, just like when we did our 1-point perspective city, I'm going to do my, okay, cool. So now I'm going to do the top of the rooftop, okay, that little thing so people won't fall. Okay, so again, I'm using my vanishing points. Okay. You're like, Mr. You guys should be good for this level. All of you guys. I trust you guys can handle this. Oh, wow. Something went wrong here. What did I do wrong? Didn't measure it right. There we go. So that's going to go down. I'm going to do a little shadow here. A little shadow in here. Not too much, just a little bit. So see that, guys? And I'm going to do a little door over here. This is the top to my door. Bring this, make sure it's vertical, equally vertical to the other side. I'm going to have it open. So I'm going to go all the way over here to this vanishing point to the bottom floor and do my, there we go. That's, you guys see this? There we go. So now let's do another building. We're going to do another street here. So this is where those streets come by. So it's going to open down here. And it's going to open right here. Okay, there's going to be another sidewalk down there. You're not going to see it. It disappears. It disappeared. Oh my God, it went away. So bring this over here to the street. Oh, that's a big boulevard. So that's a big boulevard. So here's the deal. I'm going to stop it here. And right now I'm going to make a bit smaller building at a distance right here. Okay, that's where I put my line. I know there's that diagonal line that's kind of irritating, but we're going to get rid of it right now. And we're going to do it two ways. You don't even have to erase it. We're going to add shadow to that later on. So it's going to disappear. And see that, guys? Okay. And then I'm going to bring this side over here. And you guys are seeing the biggest flaw I have as an artist. And I get yelled at for this. I jump around a lot. That's a big no-no. So I'm going to try to finish this. And I'm only doing this because my students, you guys are watching me. And I don't want you guys creating the same mistake as I do. And we can put another building also next to the back here. We can't see it. You know what? We can even make it higher if we want. There we go. See the line I did? We still have the horizon lines, just it's almost like a ghost line. So now I'm going to put a line here. Vertical line, of course. See that, guys? Then to make my box, I'm going to bring it back to the opposite. And oops, it's fading too much, so that's why I'm kind of re-establishing that again. I think we're done with the bell tower. We're gonna let the bell tower, has too much detail already. These other buildings, we don't have to add that much. What we can do is make them look like skyscrapers. So that's how we're gonna do them. So, whoops. I'm gonna make it like a small old steel glass building. Mostly invented in Chicago. Whoops. And that's the problem. If I would have been drawing in the mornings, my eyes are much better in the mornings than at night. I'm already tired. My vision's going kaput. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to hide my vanishing line. So I'm going to do, you see my ruler? I am going to make these into like a stainless steel building. And that's it. Should be using my ruler here too. And now I'm noticing why I should be using my ruler. And you're like, Mr. N, you can still see the... I'm going to make another, let's see what we can do here. We're going to do the top of a building here. Using the vanishing point too. This is where I made a mistake. I made a mistake, guys. Forgot, should have left my vanishing point. Left my vanishing point and now I'm paying for it. Now I'm going to cut it through here. Bring it down to here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't like this one bit. I think I messed it up. Let's see if I can fix it. That's what happens. Problem solving in art, just like in math. Okay, so there's my building. Here's my other building. I still have my vanishing point. I'm going to stop here. These are the rooftop of the other vanishing buildings. So I'll stop here. Use this vanishing point to create my other top of my rooftop. And another top of my rooftop right here. And another top of my rooftop right here. Okay, so I'm slicing. So I guess, notice how I'm using both vanishing points, guys. That is the rule. And then bringing down the vertical points. And I'm going to erase some of this. And it's going to look awkward first, but then you're like, oh no. And I'm going to do my windows here too. I'm making them soft because there's less detail. Oh boy. So now here's the problem. Rooftops. Using this vanishing point, I'm going to go this way. So that's my vanishing point. Actually, should follow that rule. I'm going to make this go softly. There we go. So I'm doing these two lines. Now you see my vanishing point from here. I'm doing the rooftops of these buildings. Okay. Then I'm going to draw a little vertical line without the ruler, which I should have done, but I did not. Okay, this should have done that too here. So, no, wait. Yeah. Uh-oh, did I mess up? Oh, I did not. Put my angle here. Hopefully they line up, and no, they don't. So I'm going to, this is tramp oil. It's a French word, but that's how we make our rooftops. And voila. I think we're going to stop and start working on our roads when we're done with the rooftops here. I just want you guys to have that realistic look as much as possible. It's like we can do in this limited time. Whoops. Whoops, did I do that wrong? Nope. And I try not to rush through this, because when I rush, that's when I make mistakes. Now, do that. Bring this again to here. And here's the deal. If we can draw in these little squares, imagine what you can do on a big sheet of paper. And then bring it to the opposite point. It's going to look like a wall, but it's a rooftop. And remember, we're all the way... We're creating that illusion because we're looking downward. See that, guys? See what you've done? I hope you've done this, too. You guys... Now, I'm going to do... You know what? Let's just make another building over here. Do a line here. And wait, bring it. I did a phantom line, so I'm going to do just another building. But I'm not going to put that much detail into it because we need to stop somehow. And if not, I'm going to go into Friday now. Put that in there. Sketch. Got the sidewalk. The sidewalks are disappearing now. Okay, so now bring this down here. Okay, this building's a really tall building, but it's going above the horizon line, so that's why the angle's going this way. Anytime anything that goes above the horizon line arches upwards. I should have done a cylinder building with you guys. So now we agree that our light is coming from this direction. And this is where I noticed my mistake here. So this means this side is going to be darker. Well, let's do the pedestrian walk. I'm going to make a pedestrian walk. Okay, it's going to go this way. We're going to loose it. There's probably going to be another pedestrian walk this way, this way, this way, this way. Another one here. Another one probably here. And then here. And then we can do our roads. There you go. Yeah. So our light's coming from this side. So this means I'm not done with this yet, but I'm going to darken this. I should use hatching. This side's going to be darker. This side's going to be lighter. So a little value scale. And then here, just darken this side, not too much. Keep this side soft, but I'm going to darken this side more right here because I want to see some value. Okay. Very softly, and I'm doing the big no-no. So this means this one's going to be darker. This is definitely going to be darker. Down here, it's going to be a lighter, whoops. Down here, it's going to be a little bit softer gray. A softer gray. Same thing here. Your light's going to go too. Let's have it much darker on this side of this building and this side. This side's going to be darker too. Light's going to be hitting it this way, so we might just get the shadow on this side. But this gray here should be lighter Okay. So again, don't do the same level of darkness. Sign on one side. There we go. This side will probably be darker. Let's not do it on that side. This side will probably be shadow. Notice contrast. And that's what you need to have, contrast. Dark shadow this a little bit, even if it is, and down here a little bit, but not as dark as the building itself. Okay. Maybe this side should be darker because there you guys go. It's like we did the boxes, remember that? So you should be done with this. Perspective, you got your town. If you want to draw hills, I love mountains. I don't know why I draw them so much. So I guess having grown up, places we lived, there's always been mountains. There we go. Little shadow here, make these contrast. Back here, a little contrast, not too much. And I like mountains. So there you guys, let me get rid of the L. There you guys go. And you got your 2-point perspective. And you guys are done. Okay, for Spirit, good job. Okay, we're going to be doing the same thing for the last one in period 2. Okay, save this. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you guys. If you have, see you again in second period, good. If not, we'll continue on the last one on Friday.